Coach, this is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. 18
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Yellow. Attack.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He completes it to Julio Jones. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Come get some. Come on, yellow. Here, 66. Fully ride. Check. Yellow. Exit.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense,
Yellow.
be aware a ball may come your way.
Yellow.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
64 weak. Motion. 43.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Matt Judon. 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. 4th down. Looking in zone for Jones. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
On 1st down, Drake. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Let's go.
My play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Now Haskins to throw it. And that's complete to Adams. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Mahomes going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Yellow.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now again, right side McCaffrey. McCaffrey with the 1st down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 23 yards the pickup there. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Yellow. Check. Lucky. 36. Check 52. Hey, watch it.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on fourth and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. Second down, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Tie it right. 3 down.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. On play action, Haskins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
52, right 52. I got it. Switch.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. It's caught here by Adams. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
23 yards, the final tally. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Devontae Booker, as the first half is winding down, and the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get out and talk about it.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check safety. 57 colors.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Switch. Check 24.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yellow. Come on, 80. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. He's
Hey, yo, hey, go.
Crash.
15.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Hey, rim blitz.
Shit. Mike 54.
Easy.
Go. Check 26.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Caught by Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Tighten up.
Hey, yo, hey, go.
Charlie. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Get in the weight room. Mike's by 4. Defense wins championships, baby.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. It's caught. Jones. He had 5 catches in the wild card win, and that's his 5th here, and it's good for a first down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Flushed out right. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Flush to his right. Complete to Jones. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Hey, 57.
Check the hot read.
Hey, rim blitz.
Check 99. Kill.
Let's go, baby.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Come back.
Check 4.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
On 2nd and a yard, Haskins, and he hits Drake. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action now. Haskins escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers! Kenyon Drake, 33 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they get the football, they'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Haskins, and the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you have plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense is held firm set. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Hauschka with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Falcons. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. 20! And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Check. Hey, 57 color, 57 color.
34 is the mic.
Hey, 43, 15.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes being chased out left. And that is incomplete here. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away could not. Raekwon McMillan gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. Flushed out right. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Demaryius Thomas there to make the grab. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last two drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Packers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Now Haskins to throw it. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things up.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 47 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Mahomes to throw. Buying time to his left. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. Have a first down and more past the 20. Jarek McKinnon 95 yards. But the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Thomas has got it, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Right here, right here. You go tight. You got tight.
Easy. Come on, baby.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failing. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matt Judon. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic